Now it's time to check in with our dynamic duo of underclassmen sports, Ashton Jones and Wade Regas, better known as A&W. What's happening this month, Ashlyn?
Thanks, Ryan. During this edition of Hawkeye News' very own Underclassmen Sports Update, Wade and I are back once again to give you full coverage of our freshman and junior varsity volleyball and football. I'm taking the floor first, and this is what's been going down on the volleyball side of our update. Up first, our freshman Lady Hawks white team competed in the Lamar B team tournament. The freshmen were able to hold Bowie off in the last set, taking the win 25-20. They then faced Capel, where the Lady Hawks tasted defeat in two straight sets, 25-12 and 25-15. Next, against Arlington Lamar, with Lamar having the home field advantage, our freshmen lost in straight sets, 25-20 and 25-13. Then our Lady Hawks started out slow with a seesaw battle at home against West Mesquite. The girls got it together and came out on top with two wins, 25-17 in the first set and 25-12 in the second set. Later, when the freshman girls faced Maybank at home, it was a clean sweep win, with the first set ending 25-12 and the second set ending 25-18, both wins in favor of the Lady Hawks. Soon after, the Lady Hawks cruised to a 25-17 first set win against the Forney Lady Jackrabbits. However, the Lady Jackrabbits gave them all they could handle in the second set. The game stayed tied at 17 until the Forney girls were able to build a 20-18 lead after several hitting errors from Red Oak. Freshman Lady Hawks came back to tie the game at 21, and our girls continued to build a 23-21 lead. Forney took over the lead once more at 24-23, but the Lady Hawks slammed the door and won the set 26-24. Then the girls went up against Terrell at home. With great passing and superb hitting, the Lady Hawks won the first set 25-17. The second set was another tied battle. Terrell jumped out to a lead at 7-6, but after great serving, the Lady Hawks took the lead back 10-8, never giving it back. Our girls came out with the second set win at 25-14. Finally, the Lady Hawks beat the West Mesquite Lady Wranglers in two sets. The Lady Hawks were able to hang on for the win 25-21. The freshmen in district play with an 11-1 record and a 24-11 overall record. Now on to junior varsity, the JV girls faced the Lady Wranglers of West Mesquite. The Lady Hawks annihilated the Lady Wranglers 25-12 in the first set, with Kalia Wells serving 17 straight points. In the second set, West Mesquite jumped out to an early lead of 4-2, but the Lady Hawks took control and won the second set 25-11. Then, the Lady Hawks started an all-out war against Mesquite Poteet in the first set. The lead changed several times, and our JV girls had to come from behind to win the set 25-23. The second set continued to be as intense as the first set through the first 15 points. The Lady Hawks then pulled the lead and won the set 25-19 against the Lady Pirates. Later, the JV Lady Hawks took on Maybank, once again taking a clean sweep. Red Oak won both sets 25-11 and 25-4. Up next, the JV girls struggled in the first set against the Lady Jackrabbits in Forney. The second set was all the Lady Hawks. They jumped out to a 13-2 lead and never looked back. Forney had no way to recover from the hand-tying serves of Kalia Wells, Kara Kistner, and Emily Smith. The JV Lady Hawks smothered the Lady Jackrabbits 25-8. Soon after, the JV hosted the Terrell Lady Tigers. Behind powerful hitting and accurate serving, the Lady Hawks kept the Lady Tigers off balance all night. The first set was tight through the first 5 points until Red Oak took an 18-8 lead. Emily Smith had an impressive serving run as the Lady Hawks won the first set 25-10. The Lady Hawks continued to pressure the Lady Tigers in the second set as they pounded out a 12-2 lead and then cruised to a 25-16 win. The Lady Hawks pounded the Lady Wranglers of West Mesquite behind pinpoint serving from Emily Smith and Kara Kistner and from relentless hitting from Haley Sutton and Kalia Wells. The Lady Hawks won easily in two sets, 25-9 and 25-10. The Lady Hawks end their season with a 12-0 district record and a 21-10 overall record. Well, Red Oak's favorite dynamic duo is teamed up once again.
That's right, Ashlyn. It's great to be back. I can honestly say I've missed you.
Aw, that's sweet. Not. Well, why don't you get a handle on all these big happenings with our JV football boys?
Thanks, Ashlyn. I'll take it from here. The JV Hawks Maroon lost to Cleburne 14-12. Tylen Dixon scored on a long run, and Ryan Braley scored on a long reception from Austin West, with less than 1 minute to play, but the conversion failed. Then the Maroon team creamed Maybank 42-0. Then the JV White lost 12-6 to Waxahachie. Fumble recoveries for Red Oak were made by Brian Marks, Jose Pena, and Paul Garcia. Then the JV Maroon played West Mesquite. Donovan Bosley scored a touchdown on a QB scramble and then added the 2-point conversion to tie the score at 8-8, midway through the third quarter. Unfortunately, bad weather called the officials to end the game with 2 minutes left in the third, with the Hawks poised to take the lead. Next, the JV White beat Midlothian 22-13. That brought their record to 5-3. And finally, the Red Oak JV Maroon team defeated Forney 36-7 to close out their season and finish as district champs. Nick Duran had a big night as he returned an opening kickoff to Forney's 15-yard line, setting up Tanner Hunt's first of the 2 touchdowns on that night. Charles Crosby added 2 touchdowns behind great blocking of the offensive line by Chase McGuire and Brian Ford. Derek Williams added a late touchdown. The Maroon finished with an overall record of 6-2-1, 5-0-1 in district. In freshman football, the Hawks White team played West Mesquite, losing 6-30, and the Maroon team losing 26-8. The Hawks White team lost to Ferris 12-52, but the Maroon team won 34-12 against Terrell. The freshman Hawks Maroon team went on to lose versus Mesquite Petite 32-14, but the White team won 24-6 over Midlothian. Then the freshman Hawks White team beat Forney 22-6, and the Maroon team won 12-7 against Forney. That's a wrap. Another fantastic story coming from our side of the world in sports.
Of course, Wade, but for more information, you can check us out at www.hawkeye-news.com.
That's it for us. I'm Wade Regas.
And I'm Ashton Jones reporting for Hawkeye News.
Back to you, Ryan Garzilla.